Hello, everybody. Welcome to the It's More Than Just Money podcast. My name is Babi. Today, we're doing things a little bit different. I'll be your host for today, and we're going to be interviewing none other than the host of this show, Mr. Witness Mdaka himself. Welcome, Witness. How are you?
Hi, Bobby. I'm usually sitting on that chair, right?
I know.
So it feels different sitting on the other side. But yeah, thank you for the welcome. Good to see you. I hope you're good.
I am always good, always good. And you're not alone today. You're not alone. You're with the number one little queen in your life. Kanyi, how are you doing?
My number one fan.
Your number one fan.
Good.
Are you excited to be here today?
Yes.
Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Nice to have you. It's such an honor to have you both on the show today. I just want to remind you that this podcast is brought to you by Adprop. Adprop is a property listing and management platform. So if you're someone who's looking for a property to rent, a property to buy, this is the place to be. Or if you're a property investor with a vast property portfolio and you're looking for a management tool, Adprop can assist you with that. You're basically able to send out invoices to your tenants. You can pull reports as well. It's really such an amazing platform. And you're able to find a list of service providers. So your plumbers, your electricians, or if you're looking for attorneys, you're looking for architects, interior designers, you can find them on this platform. Okay, let's get right into it. Witness, you're normally sitting on this side of the room hosting guests, but today we are spotlighting you. And really, it's such an honor to be sitting on this side interviewing you. Thank you so much. I want to start with your property journey. How did you get into property? Looking at your story, how did you get into the investment space and into the development space as well? Was this always something that you're thinking about? I know you and I worked together a couple of years ago, and that's where we met.
A couple of years ago, you mean more than 11 years ago?
More than 11 years ago.
Long time ago. Yeah. So, I mean, look, for me, I didn't outright growing up want to be somebody who gets into the property space. I never thought there was anything called the property space. I didn't know anything about it.
Right.
I always say that my journey to property is like in chai seat. What that means is I just stumbled on it. It wasn't my journey that I outright thought I'm going to go into the property space. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. 2008 is the year. And my mom discovered that she overpaid her house by 150,000 rands. The bank contacts her and says, "Hey, lady, are you aware that you have paid your bond and you paid it up a long time ago? What we're currently debiting on your account is actually an overpayment." And then they then give her the money, and then she builds back rooms at home in Tembisa and says, "If you want to go to university, Wananga, look after the back rooms. This is how you're going to go to varsity." I remember our first tenant that came. I always tell the story. His name is Julius Kotokwane. And he arrived. Yeah, he arrived. Julius occupied the rooms before even they were electrified. There wasn't even electricity in the rooms. The electrician was not even done. The tiles were not there. Wow. There was no ceiling. But Julius was looking for a place to stay. Back then, there weren't a lot of back rooms in our area, like Hospital View, closer to where the hospital is. And he wanted to pay. And my mom said to him, "No, give the money to Witi, my son. And this is the person that's going to be collecting rent from you every month." I remember it was me, it was my mom, and my younger brother then. He was still very young.
Yes.
And that was the first time I collected rent. I thought she was going to want the money back tomorrow morning, and she didn't ask for it.
So you basically kept the money?
Yes.
Okay,
So he gave me the money.
Yes.
And my mother never asked for it.
And she was empowering you to say, handle this, which is actually very...
I don't know if she was intentionally doing it, because My mom is late now. She passed away in 2014. We never have really had the conversation. It was just the thing of,
May
Witty's
she
gonna
rest in
take
peace.
care of this.
Yeah.
And that was it. And that's how I got introduced to property. But even after that, I never thought of it as a business that one has to run and be revolutionary and all of that.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an entrepreneur. That pretty much I knew I wanted to be.
I mean, even when you look at where you started, our first job was an entrepreneurial setup. It's just amazing how life just planned out the way that it did, because that environment on its own actually shaped you to be the person that you are, alongside all the other things that you had going on in your life.
Yeah. Are you okay, sweetie? You want to say something? Okay, you must not look down, okay?
She wants to say something.
Yeah, I know she does.
Kangi, what is the one thing you love about Daddy's job? I want you to share that.
Is that we can take videos together.
You can take videos together. And you love the fact that Daddy's a boss. Right? I've heard you say, I love the fact that my dad is a boss. Boss moves. Okay. So you like the fact that you can be taking videos together and you're passionate about that.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Are you
awesome.
shy? Mustn't be shy, man. There's no one watching you right now. So relax. Calm down. Relax.
Who's that?
You've got this. Let's have a normal conversation if you want to, okay? All right. Continue.
What else do you love?
I love playing with Daddy.
You love playing with Daddy. What kind of games do you guys play together?
Sometimes we play football together.
Sometimes you guys play football together.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. I think that actually leads me to my question of, look at this. I mean, you're with your beautiful daughter right here. You are CEO of Adprop.
Yeah.
I know you were still, answering my previous question, but now that we've hopped over here, I'm just wondering, what comes first? Like you're a dad, CEO of Adprop, you're an author. Amongst all of the hats that you wear a lot of hats, and an amazing father, by the way. One thing that I can say I've observed. How has all of this shaped you to be, the person that you are today?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. And for me, I think it sums it up in what I've deemed the blueprint of my life. And the reason why I call it the blueprint of my life, I think that's kind of how I run my life specifically,
Yes.
The first thing that comes first would be my faith in God. My mother was a very anchored person in faith.
Yeah.
Right. So she might have not said, "Come, let's pray." She never did for some reason. But she would always pray, and there would always be a Bible in the house, and she would be reading the Bible. Whenever you would walk into her bedroom, her Bible would be right next to her pillow to show that she reads it. So that's one of the things that anchored me, because then I would pick up the Bible and read it as well when she's not around. And I would read like Proverbs, just to get to understand what exactly does this person read.
Yeah, for yourself.
For myself.
Yeah.
I remember when I picked up a self-help book for the first time, she had bought two books. Two books. Those are the only books I remember that my mother bought. Like I've got probably thousands of books, right?
Yeah.
But hundreds. I'm exaggerating. Hundreds of books. But with her, I only remember two books that impacted my life, both of them. The first one was a book called Dare to Succeed.
Yes.
I opened that book and it just challenged me and dared me, whether or not I would be one of the people that take up the challenge to become successful. And then the second book by the same authors was Unleash Your Full Potential. Now, Unleash Your Full Potential was more of a book that dared me to tap into the soul of who I am.
Right.
And become the best version of myself. And back then, I think I was a lot challenged because remember I come from a single household family.
Yes.
And my mother was the only person that really took care of me apart from my grandmother and my great-grand. So that was quite a challenge. But I can say that, yes, sweetie. And what?
And my grandfather?
Your grandfather wasn't there. Her grandfather, she's talking about my dad.
Yes.
And I only started having a relationship maybe when I was an adult. But back then, it was just my mom who was quite involved, taking care of me, raising me, teaching me stuff. So faith is the first anchor of my life. And the second one for me now is family.
That's right.
You said I wear a couple of hats. I'm a CEO of multiple companies, multiple brands. I'm an author. I'm a podcaster. I'm a tech guy. I'm Mr. Word of the Day to some people. Yeah? You want to say something? Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Kanye.
Family always comes first because family is important.
All
I
right.
love that. Family comes first. And if you're grounded in your family, everything else flows.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that, Kanye.
Thank you for that, Kanye. So family then becomes the anchor for me. So we've mentioned all those roles that I play. But in all of them, I think I actually anchor my life around my daughter and my family.
Yes.
For me, because it's important. Faith in God, then a family that loves me. I'm involved in taking care of my family members, and then thirdly, it's finance. And with finance specifically, what we're talking about there is the pursuit of building a business, right? At first,
Yes.
you either work for a business or you build a business. Those are the cornerstones of wealth creation. So I said I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, though I did not know what kind of entrepreneur.
Yes, and that actually goes back to the first question that we were talking about. When I was saying, did you ever think about this? You were thrown into it. It wasn't a plan, but you knew that you wanted to end up in business. So let's go back there.
Yeah.
Because you were
So when I
about
read that book, Dare to Succeed, that my mom had, there was this place where you have to develop a vision board. And
Right.
and I did that, I put a vision board there. I put the fact that I wanted to graduate with a business degree. I put the fact that I wanted to marry. I was married, that's why I have a daughter, right?
Yes.
And I put the fact that I wanted to run multiple businesses by the time I'm 30. Some of the businesses include retail. I've had spaza shops. That's retail.
I remember that.
I remember those days.
I remember that those days of you and the spaza shops. Hey, yeah. That was an interesting journey.
Yeah. So business then becomes the first one in the finance part of the anchoring.
Right.
And then whether or not that business is a need in the market, I can control it. There are entry restrictions. It's a business that can scale. And it's a business that can free up my time so that I can spend time with my family. And then secondly, it's property because it's a cornerstone of wealth creation on the finance part, right? You build a business or you work for a business to produce an income so that your finances are always intact, or you are working towards building a large portfolio for yourself there. And then the property part, participating in the property industry as someone who's investing in it or someone who's shaping it. So for me, it was either because I grew up doing this thing, I understand it.
You understand it.
I started when I was 18.
I love how you were set for, I think one of the things that you can look at that mom left you is this.
Yes.
She literally threw you into the deep end, but that deep end was her setting your career up. And I don't think it was conscious. It was like a subconscious thing that she did. And said, start doing this. And look at you now.
I've always wondered if she did it intentionally.
You're right.
Or if it's something she just stumbled on. Around that time, I had lost my sister.
Yes.
She had passed on. I had lost my brother. He got killed. So my mom, I think for her, when she looked at me, she saw, I think, a second chance in parenting. Because she's always said, I wish you were my firstborn because then both my kids would still be alive. She used to say that to me a lot.
Yeah.
She's like, I like the person you've become, to the point where I wish you were my firstborn. I think my kids would have looked up to you, So I think it was more of her wanting to do parenting differently. And now she was old. I remember when she had my sister. She was in her early 20s. Then she had my brother. Then she had me.
Right.
And then I've got a younger brother. There was 4 of us. So it's one of those things where I feel, she never said it, but I feel I'm a redemptive child. If someone ever doubted my mother's parenting skills, I thwart that doubt.
Right.
I kill that doubt.
Exactly.
Because for me, I believe I have to be successful to prove to the world that she was right, that she can do it right, that you can raise a different kind of a child with a different spirit that can affect society.
And
so
look
it's,
at you.
It's something that maybe on the family part, it's a deep part of who I am. It's very important to me.
Yes.
I'm not just doing what I do for society because I want to. I'm not doing it because I want money. Primarily, I'm doing it because I want to prove my mother was right in choosing me to say, this is the kid I'm investing in. So I'm never, if I'm sleeping and I think about my life, I think about the fact that I somehow feel like I'm a chosen kid. I'm a chosen person.
And I love that, because it wasn't only for your family, but it's literally for the rest of your community and this country. I mean, look at the impact that you're making. It's incredible. I think you downplay it. You downplay it, and I love that, because that's part of your personality. You're such a humble person. This is the witness that I know. But the impact that you are playing right now in society, we've seen the testimonies all over the internet. Whenever we've got conferences, we've heard people speak of their stories. So she literally set you up to make an impact, not just for your immediate family and, but the rest of the community. I know Tambisa's making noise. They're saying, yeah, that's our own,
1632.
And, yeah.
Hola.
And they're so proud. So it's an amazing journey, like the story of your life. Like you're saying, you don't know if it was an intentional decision that she made or it's something that just happened, but you've literally been set.
Yeah.
And I love that.
So and I wasn't set with because a lot of people, when they talk about being set, right? I wasn't set with money.
Yes.
I was given faith as a tool.
That's right.
Right? 2, I was given a sense of belonging, family as a tool.
Very important.
3, I think on the finance side, then I was taught, because then I knew that I can go to school, get a degree, because of the fact that there are rooms that could look after that. And then I said, you build a business or you work for a business. I've worked for a business. That's where we met.
Yes.
I left 14 months after. And then I built a property business, continuing from what I was taught when I grew up, right? And then continuing from what I was taught, right? And then there was as a cornerstone of wealth creation, the investing in shares, and that speaks to building high growth businesses that have got value. Whether you're building it as building a brand that can have brand equity, building your own name into a brand that has got value, or building it as a book, a podcast, something that's going to be valuable, or running a company that's valuable.
Yes.
That speaks to the share investing part of the wealth creation. So either you create it from scratch or you invest in shares. Some people talk about easy equities and all of that.
Yes.
So in the finance part of the things that anchor me, then it's business, property, and shares. And then the next one as an anchor is having the right kind of friends around me. And you form part of those, right?
Thank you.
People that actually add value into your life. They've got your back. I've got other friends as well.
Yeah.
That actually play a critical role in helping me become the best version of myself. People that can hold me accountable. I think that's very important. Bad character corrupts good morals.
That's true.
Or bad morals corrupt bad company corrupts
Yes.
good character.
Yes.
It's a Bible scripture. Bad company
corrupts good
good
character.
character. So you can have the best character, but if you don't have the right people anchoring you, the right people around you, you end up doing things that you're not supposed to do. And I learned this very well. I think the hard way as well, you know. And then the last one is fitness. So for me, all of those things are intertwined, right? Family, faith, family, friends, fitness, finance. So fitness is the last one.
And
right?
fitness actually only came later on in your life.
It came later on. I think it took divorce for me to really
For
take
you to, okay.
Fitness seriously.
Yes.
When I was still married, right, I used to do runs. I think I kind of wanted to do comrades, you know, but then it made me very thin, and I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. You know, I was young, you know, and funny enough, right? So we built wealth and we lived in estates and whatever, and I drove big cars.
Right.
So whenever somebody saw me,
the small
they
guy
would think maybe my dad borrowed me his car or something. So I decided, I don't want to do running anymore. I want to get into fitness, as in go to the gym. And I didn't know that it was the running making me thin. One guy came to me at gym.
cardio.
It's somebody that I knew from church. In fact, the pastor of the church, his wife, the guy, it's the younger brother. So he's more like an uncle to me, right?
Right. And he's like, my man, I'm seeing.
He's like,
you need to slow down.
You've got a nice body. He said to me, you've got a nice body. Like it's a guy coming to compliment it. Hey, young man, you've got a nice body. Your problem is what? I'm like, okay, what's my problem? Your problem is that you run too much, right? I'm like, yeah, I do. It's like, that's what's keeping you thin. If you look at your muscle mass, you can have a really nice body if you stop the running. Then I decided running is painful anyway. I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
Then I went into a proper gym routine to build my body. But it's more of understanding the fact that you can have faith in God, a family that loves you,
yes,
have money or build businesses, invest in property, have friends that adore you and you adore them, and they're able to solve some of your problems. But if you're not healthy, then you can't enjoy all of that, right?
Yes.
So we go to gym together. She knows she's got a swim routine as well.
That's very good.
When I go to gym, she knows that she's going to be swimming for at least 30 minutes to an hour. And she do the laps in the gym. She does the laps.
I actually want to touch on that point because I think a lot of us, especially in this hustle and bustle, you know, we are chasing all of that. Like, obviously, you want to make sure that your business is successful.
Don't sleep.
You're working hard. But one area that we tend to neglect, because you also have to make sure that physically, your body is healthy, you're eating right in order for you to be productive, and mentally as well. What do you do to, like, on the mental side of things? Obviously, I know you're someone who's very rooted in your faith, in the word of God, but reading, what else do you do just to make sure that when you're having those stressful moments when work is really tough, what helps you to just woosa and ground yourself?
I think the blueprint, for me, I'll always go back to my life's blueprint. Because if all of those things are intertwined together, the fitness actually is a form of stress relief. It's a form of a getaway for that hour. I'm unavailable.
Right.
I'm gymming. And I prioritize my health also when it comes to, I get a massage every once in a while.
That's good. Why you spoil like it?
Yes. It's important because your health is an important part of who you are. You can't pour yourself into a job and not pour anything into yourself.
Right. So important.
You're pouring into your business. You're pouring into your staff members. You're pouring into your family. You're pouring into society. But who pours into you? So if you're not intentional about pouring into yourself, then that's going to be like an issue for you over time, right? I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, actually, and he was telling me that he's having some health issues. And I said to him, Chief, you chase money too much. Right? So I'm not saying you shouldn't chase money. Money is important, right? But what's the point of making money and then having to go to hospital all the time?
Exactly, which
right?
is something we see often.
Yes. And I'm like, you need to prioritize your health and your fitness.
Mm.
And there are things you're probably not supposed to eat. If I need to assist you as a friend that maybe you're not supposed to eat bright meat, tell me so that I don't take you to places that you are gonna force now to eat bright meat. It talks to that anchor of friends. So I need to be that guy, even to my friends, and say to him, whenever I go to gym, come with me. Let's exercise. Let's stay fit. Because we can go to church together, right? We can even go to our family gatherings together. Sometimes we even pass opportunities to each other so that we can make money, right? But what's the point of doing all of that if we can't help each other stay alive?
Yeah.
So here's why that fitness thing is important to me. My mother had a stroke 2008, and then she partly recovered, but she was crippled. You know that, right?
Yes.
My mother was partially crippled because of a stroke. And then 4 years after that, she had another stroke that hospitalized her for 8 months, paralyzed on a bed before she died. So I know firsthand what that does to a family. Right. So, and that's why the health part, then it's something that I take very seriously.
Yes.
And I was saying to my friend, listen, if let's say in your strategic life plan, you want to be a wealthy person that owns 20 properties, whatever the value is,
right,
over the next 20 years. If you die at year 5, you're not able to accomplish the plan.
Exactly.
So, death is a thief of wealth creation, right? It's a thief because the longer you live, if you've got the right plan, the wealthier you become. The smarter you become, the more relationships you have, the more better businesses you can build because you've got more time. But if you die too soon, not out of tragedy or anything, but because you just weren't able to take care of yourself, then that's a problem.
And that's a problem. And I think it's something that a lot of people actually need to be, especially entrepreneurs or even someone who's in the corporate space. You're working too hard, but you're not pouring into yourself. Like you're saying, you're pouring into your business, you're pouring into your work. So it's very important that you actually balance that area as well. Okay, now that we've chatted about, what grounds you and the pillars in your life, I want to hop into this very exciting part. It's 5 months in now? Adprop. And by the way, this podcast is brought to you by Adprop. It's 5 months in, am I correct?
5 months in.
Yes, 5 months in.
5 months in.
Witness,
definitely.
What was happening in your brain that has so many things going on and so many ideas? What gap did you see in the market where you said, this is what I want to start. I want to bring this platform into the market?
I think Adprop is 7 years late.
7 years late.
Or let's rather put it this way. It's 7 years on time.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is the blueprint to develop Adprop came to me in 2018. You want to go sleep? Go sleep on your couch.
All right. So we were talking about the gap in the market that you spotted and how you came about starting up with Adprop. And you were telling us that Adprop is 7 years on time.
Yeah.
So let's...
7 years on time.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why it's 7 years on time. 2018, I was sitting in my office in Midrand, not too far from here. And the thought hit my mind that you need to build a high scale business. And it must be a business that serves all of society and gives an opportunity for people to participate in the property industry.
Yes.
The same way you have been given the opportunity to do so. I sat down, I wrote a 29-page document that detailed how Adprop is going to be working, from the community outreaches, teaching people how to invest, getting landlords on board, tenants on board, service providers, all of it. I wrote it down, right? And somehow that got parked. After I wrote down that document, there was no execution that happened.
Imagine.
In fact, 2 years later, there was COVID. I still did not think that's something to be done. But then I wrote the book, It's More Than Just Money, right? And I'll show you the sequence of how sometimes God does things, right? Because you might say, Witness, you've got all these fantastic ideas. For me, the glory will always belong to God.
I love that.
I'll always give the glory to God wherever I am. So I write this book, It's More Than Just Money, that essentially teaches people about building businesses and investing in property, having the right kind of mindset, building relationships, your name being better than money, all of those things. So I write this book, thousands of people buy this book, and thousands of people start testifying of what the book has done. Remember the tech platform? Now I've parked it.
You've parked that concept. You've written it down, and now you've just parked it.
I've written it down.
Further notice.
I actually haven't parked it. I forgot about it. What do you mean parked it?
You forgot about it?
I don't remember it. It's there somewhere. Then I write It's More Than Just Money. I start doing seminars. I did the first one December 2020. It was my first seminar ever on my own. But it wasn't really my first seminar. If you remember properly, at church, in my early 20s,
you were doing a lot of that.
Do a lot of seminars, business seminars. We used to do career seminars, conferences. Well, I was a youth pastor then.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I was a youth pastor.
Did you guys know? Imagine.
And I enjoyed pouring into the young people. Some of the young people we empowered. Some of them are lawyers, doctors, engineers. It's beautiful to see.
Actually, sorry, let's just pause. What you were doing back then is exactly what you're doing now, except without a pulpit.
Yeah.
Because you're still pouring out into all of these people that you're talking about, and you still love pouring out into the youth.
Yes.
So essentially, you're still doing the same thing, except it's in a different type of structure or a different platform.
Yeah, it's my purpose scaled.
Your purpose scaled.
Yeah, it's a scaled purpose. Instead of a local church, God gave me the whole world to do it in. Because I could have fought for a pulpit and say, "No, I want to do it at church," but God works in His ways, right?
Yes.
And in His way, we just gotta hear Him. I think one of my gifts that I have, I hear God when He speaks to me. I hear Him when He says, "Not yet." I hear Him when He says it's the right time. I don't doubt. If I sense that in my heart I need to do something, but I don't have fear. I'm gonna do it. And one of my best gifts that I have, I don't care what anybody says about me. That's one of the things. You can judge me. You can say stuff about me.
I love that about you.
It doesn't faze me.
Yes.
Like it's like,
You're
they
bothered.
said that. I'm not bothered. I'm gonna continue with what I need to do. Right. So 2020 comes. I've written It's More Than Just Money. I did the first seminar. Lovely. I'm like, oh wow, okay. I did my first seminar without the church crowd. I did it on my own. People drove from Limpopo, Bloemfontein, different places. I'm like, They came to see me. And all of them are saying, your book changed my life. 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 Then I put together a plan to go across the country and do a roadshow. More like seminars.
Yes.
Right? At first, I wanted to partner with a couple of established brands because I even spoke to a friend of mine who was selling sneakers. And I said, at his stores, I won't mention which sneaker brand it is, but at his stores, we'll have the book, It's More Than Just Money. But that didn't work out, But me being me, I had already written it on social media that, guys, I want to meet 1,000 people. 2020, I want to meet 1,000 people. I want to go city to city doing the seminars. Are you guys going to attend? And they said, we are going to attend.
Yes.
Then we started in Gauteng, did the entire roadshow, city by city, 9 provinces. It kind of helped. And when I say timing, right? My mentor, Abnamariri, has sat down with me and said, you need to have a workbook. Then I developed a workbook for It's More Than Just Money. It's like,
yes.
And he actually said, you need to do the sessions in the townships. But we didn't do township much at the time. We did flagship seminars at hotels.
Yes.
And then from hotels, people were attending, and that was it. We did that 2022, 2023, we did that. Oh, and another friend of mine, apart from my mentor, had come to my house. He found me sitting. He was coming to check up on me. My walls are white, right? They still are. But the other house, the walls were white too. I like white walls.
You like white walls.
Clean spaces. I don't want to live in a dirty space.
Yes,
right?
now.
I want clean stuff.
Yeah, you're a clean guy.
Like clean.
Yes.
I don't negotiate that part. So I'm sitting there. I'm watching a TV that's off. Sitting. Watch. Like, I don't know why I was sitting like that.
Wait.
The TV is off.
You're sitting there and
I'm
you're
sitting on the
watching,
couch.
you're staring into a blank TV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The screen is off. I'm sitting on the couch. I do that a lot. Now I'm normal. I've normalized it.
Okay.
It's okay with me. But he arrived. He walked in. And he thought I'm sitting like that because I'm going through divorce. Because like he finds me sitting and he's like, okay, I don't have my phone with me. I'm just sitting and watching the blank screen. He's like,
right.
Oh, sharp, Ojo.
You're looking at a blank screen.
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm okay. Why? Like, you don't look good, man. It's like, can you have a book? Yeah, I've got a book. I think you must do a book tour. What do you think? Don't you want to get out of the house and do a book tour? I'm like, okay, this guy is worried about me.
Yeah,
now.
Of course. I would also, anyone would be, getting into your house and watching you looking at a blank screen and there's nothing going on there. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it's like, go city to city, do a tour. I'm like, okay, that has been in my mind for a while. My mentor said it. You are saying it. And I took action. And I did it, right? And
so that was like a confirmation because your mentor said it and then he did and it was like...
Yes. And then around that time... It was God speaking.
Yeah.
Around that time, friend of mine from varsity came to me and said, I want us to do something in tech. Right? Remember, I already had the blueprint.
Yes.
Then it reminded me, this is something I've always wanted to do anyway.
You parked an idea.
Yes. Then he said to me, we can use your portfolio for that. But I think his idea was more of a feature. I think when you look at Adprop,
yes,
what he was saying is more like a feature on the platform. By feature, I mean invoicing. That was it. It wasn't an end-to-end integrated platform.
Okay.
Then we put together a shareholders agreement, got involved with a couple of other guys. The idea was they build the tech, I build it's more than just money movement because we need that as an influence for what we're going to do. Cut the long story short, 3 years later, they had not developed anything.
Right.
And I met an investor by the name of Robert McPherson. And Robert said to me, you are good at what you do, including the tech, but seems like the people that you have around you are holding you back. I would back you if you were alone.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Then, long story short, we dissolved the other team, the other business and all of that. And I sat down and I thought about what exactly do I want to do and how do I want to do it. And I went back to my document that I wrote in 2018.
Yes.
And I took it out. The name of that company was called Property Juice.
Property Juice. Like
kind of name is that, right?
Yeah.
So 2018.
Property Juice.
Yeah, I even registered the business. Yeah?
Hey.
It wasn't laugh. If you go to SAPC, you'll see the Property Juice.
You registered Property Juice?
Yeah, it's a registered entity. But everything, the colors were orange. Okay. I even wrote in the document, the colors must be bright orange.
The vision was written.
It was written down, right? But only now, obviously, I'm a lot more advanced when it comes to understanding of marketing and building brands.
Yes.
Then I was like, no, Property Juice is not a good name. You must come up with a name that rings Facebook.
Yeah. Airbnb. As much as it's such a unique name, but when something sounds like it already existed, people can resonate and relate with it.
Yes.
And it's just easy to just be like Adprop. It sounds like it's been existing, but there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. So I had also read a book many years ago, right? And in that book, there was an autobiography. Oh, it's the South Africa's Greatest Entrepreneurs by Moki Mukure is the name of the book. I read it a long time ago. But in that book, when I read it, when it comes to building a brand and starting a legacy kind of a business,
yes,
I remembered how Brian Joffy set up Bidvest.
okay,
Bid as in to bid.
yes, and to invest.
And to invest. But he made it Bidvest to make it easy to pronounce, but a two-word name that's short.
Right.
And I thought, okay, but I'm in property. I want people to add more properties to their portfolio. And then that's where the name Adprop came from. Then I put it together. Then I put together a team. We went marketing, we went PR, we went operations, which includes development. I built an entire team before even launching.
Yeah.
And I led the team to execution, like a general of an army leads an army to victory.
Love that. General, on that note, Mr. General that's leading the army and the rest of the nation.
A winning army.
A winning army.
Yes, don't just say army. Say
Tell
winning
me this. What is it about Adprop that actually stands out from other Proptech platforms like it currently in the market in South Africa?
Well, it's number one in its category. And by category, we can even deem it the category king. It's the only platform ever in the country that's ever combined end-to-end property investing with listing.
Right.
As well as management, as well as maintenance, and as well as involving service providers onto the platform. And then also now taking it to roadshows. When you go to the document that I wrote in 2018.
About property juice.
Yes.
Yes.
It had what It's More Than Just Money used to do, community. And what Adprop does in tech. That's why when you look at Adprop, it's a combination of It's More Than Just Money and tech. It's just that the roadshows now are free because Adprop is a tech platform. It can afford to do things that way.
Yeah.
It's More Than Just Money is a community teaching outreach platform, right? That actually also has the It's More Than Just Money Foundation covering most of that work. But Adprop now is tech.
Yes.
But now it's tech that also speaks to the soul of the community. It can go onto the community, show them how to invest in property, show them how to list their properties, show them how to manage it, show them how they can grow it, show them how they can scale it. That's social impact. So I borrowed the concept of social impact mixed with profit from Jonathan Lippmann in Maboneng. No, back then when he developed Maboneng, he said something quite powerful in an interview. He said he always wanted to be in a business that impacts society while being profitable.
Yeah.
And I looked at what Adprop is to the guys. Remember, we went across the country.
Yes. I was with you.
You were with us.
I
Yes.
remember.
Yes. You've always been there, right? People think you're just popping out of nowhere.
I just came. No.
This is
12 years in. I've seen the transition from someone who's just come straight out of varsity, like myself, to starting your own business, owning a couple of businesses, doing really great, doing what you're doing with It's More Than Just Money, and now this. So I'm not new here. I've been in the background, in the trenches with you. So I've seen the journey. I think if there's anybody who would like to know more about or be a witness to your journey, I'm one of those people. Let's also speak about, when you were looking at launching and scaling this business, what are some of the challenges that you had, and how did you overcome some of those challenges? Because I know it hasn't been easy.
No, it's not easy. It still isn't easy. We built a business that we actually skipped MVP stage. We built an entire product. When you look at tech, the timeline of tech most of the time in the country, they go MVP stage 6 months, and then they raise money, and then they build a prototype that allows them now to test if the market is going to work.
Right.
But they usually have millions backing them. That process takes up to 24 months to have an entire product ready. UI, UX, user experience, user interface, have the platform ready, the platform infrastructure, the platform architecture, all of that takes time.
Yes.
Right? So with us, because now I had a sense of agency, and if I want something, I want to do it.
Right.
There are times we did not sleep here in this office. You see that guy sitting here with us. He knows we would leave the office 3 o'clock, would leave the office sometimes 4 o'clock. Sometimes we would even sleep here, getting stuff done because we wanted the product out. I did, because MVP means you must go ask for money.
Yes.
I knew the chances are nobody's going to give us money for an idea anyway.
Right.
You understand? So that's one of the challenges of funding. We did it without the funding. We said, okay, we don't have the funding. We don't have, maybe calculatively 10 million to start this thing. How can we do it without the money, just to start? And we looked at the resources that we have. I've got influence. People like me. They're probably going to like the product. Then I said, guys, let's focus on giving people a solution. See, you want to build a solution. What's the solution? You found the problem, right?
Yes.
What's the solution? Then obsess over the solution. We still are. We're obsessing over the solution. Then we built the first phase of our solution. And then now I said, okay, let's get people to know there's a solution. Then we started talking to our user base. The user base joined. They essentially are our funders, right?
Yes.
Because those are the people that said, we believe in the vision, we believe in what we're doing. We are going to list our properties. Within 4 months, 3.5 billion worth of properties was already listed on the platform, right? That speaks to market adoption, right? And our fast and cheaper way to user acquisition. Understand? I won't delve deep into what our user acquisition strategy was, but it's more of giving users of the platform exactly what they came to the platform for.
That's right.
You know, they came to use it as a solution for their property investing, for their property selling, for our property, and for those that are vendors, they want to be able to find.
And their property management as
their
well.
property management as well, their invoicing, all of that.
Right.
So you have to obsess over the solution, and that's what we did. You know, and I think we went from the first, before we launched, took us about 3 months before we had an actual product. Not MVP, not a product. That's what I said. I want a product. Don't send me some link that's not working. Don't send me, I don't want to see anything that's not working. So I spent time looking at the entire process of the platform. And I said, I want this button looking like this. This is not working. This is not clickable. I don't want anything that's not clickable. I want to use it as a property owner. Remember, my background is property.
Yes.
So whatever was nonsense, I would say it outright. This is nonsense. Go change it. I don't want this. Do it this way. Change that. Put it there.
Yeah.
No one is going to look at this. This is so tiring.
Yeah, so this has taken a lot.
It's taken a lot.
Yeah, I think it's so nice for people to actually see the glory or the story at the end, to be like, this thing is out, not knowing that there's a lot that has actually gone into it. So it's actually interesting to hear this journey, that this is an idea that started 8 years ago. You parked/forgot about it. And eventually, when the time was right, the platform was started. But even then, there's a lot that you had to fund this on your own. No investors, purely you and the team working on it. So that's really great.
Yeah.
What a journey. We've chatted about Adprop. I want to chat a little bit about the property investment side of things. You've got so much experience, Witness. You've been in the industry since I can even remember, back then. What are some of the common misconceptions that, people have about getting into the property space?
I love that question. You know why I love that question?
Why do you
so
love
much?
this question that I've just given you?
I love that question because, one, those that are teaching people property, we've been accused of telling people that property is rosy. And people would say, you're not saying everything. One, there's a chapter in my book titled, hello, how are you? You are back? Okay, can you sit still? If you want to play that side, okay? Thank you very much. You can play in my office. There's a chapter in my book titled The Misconceptions of Property Investing. Exactly how you put that question.
Misconceptions of property investing.
Yes. And some of the misconceptions is that it's an easy business. That's a misconception. It's not an easy business per se. It's just a simpler business. There's a difference between easy and simple. Simple means it's not complicated.
Right.
It can be difficult but simple. So the fact that something is simple doesn't mean it's easy. And then 2, the fact that people think you have to be a millionaire to do property. You can do property even with zero money in your bank account. You can start participating in the property industry.
That's very true.
You know?
Yes.
So you've done it as well.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying you didn't get zero, but I'm just saying
yes,
you've done it. You've participated
in
the property industry and made money out of it. And the fact that you as a misconception, people actually think that when you are doing property, you're going to get wealthy overnight. It takes time to build a portfolio. You know, there are those who've done deals that are lucrative. And those who reach that highest level is because they do high value deals. Because when you look at property, the same amount of time it takes to do 100 to a million rand property, it takes exactly the same for a 10 million property.
That's true.
The amount of stress, sometimes it's even the same. So the difference would be the level of stress the other guy is willing to handle to do the same deal you are doing.
Very, very interesting. This is going to bring me to the next question of, you know, when you look at it, there's someone out there who's going to be watching this and they want to get into the space. But there's certain things, that characteristics or qualities that you need to have in order to survive, because it's not an easy industry, like you're saying. What are some of the characteristics or the qualities that you think someone needs in order to succeed in this industry?
I think to succeed in general, right? One, you have to have courage.
Courage,
you know. You must be willing to take the risks. You know, business requires you to have a combination of luck, courage, and luck a little bit, right? Luck, courage, high level of tolerance to stress, because some people give up just when they're about to make it. And sometimes that's why some businesses don't work
out. Yes,
where it gets to a point where something is about to work, but it's so difficult. So if you don't have the resilience, which is one of the things that you need to succeed at anything, it's not going to work. You must be willing to be resilient. One to says, so you must be willing to be resilient. And for me, that's one of the things that are important.
I love what you're saying.
And you must be restless.
Yeah,
to succeed, you have to be restless. You know when Esau in the Bible, you read the Bible, right?
Oh, of course.
The story of Jacob and Esau, right?
Yes.
Esau sells his birthright to Jacob. Eventually, the Bible says Jacob deceives his father and receives the blessing ahead of Esau. And I think the deceptive one, in any case, I think it was Esau, because he sold the birthright. He knew it was not his. He could have just said to his father, I sold it to Jacob a long time ago. But long story short, he deceives his father, Jacob, and he gets the birthright blessing, which was rightfully his because he bought it with a bowl of soup, if you read the Bible. But Esau comes back crying to his father and says, do you not have one blessing?
A blessing for me.
Like one. Do you not have one yarn? And the father says to him, you will serve your brother. But what I remember, it says, it shall come to pass that when you become restless.
When you become restless.
Then,
okay.
So the blessing there for him was restlessness.
That's very interesting. So it's
Restlessness.
important that you are.
Yeah. So if you want to break
restless.
the yoke or the curse over your neck, or being being subdued in any space, you must be restless.
I love
you
that.
must be restless against poverty, restless against things that are going to hold you back.
Yes.
Restless for your vision. Until this thing comes to pass, I will not let it go. Until I get what I want, I won't stop pushing.
Yeah, that's the attitude that you
it's restlessness.
Yeah.
And young people nowadays are not restless. We are a groove. We are enjoying. We're enjoying as if we've been wealthy for generations.
This is the thing, isn't it? Because we've been set up by our parents because they struggled. Okay, not to say that's the story with everybody, but remember they fought. So with our generation, we're just so comfortable because, you went to good schools.
We're thoroughly satisfied.
Yeah.
So let me give you a quote by Thomas Edison. He says, restlessness is discontent, and discontent is the first necessity for progress. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man, and I will show you a failure. I'll say it again. He says, restlessness is discontent, and discontent is the first necessity for progress. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man, I'll show you a failure. What is a thoroughly satisfied man? Is a man that I don't have to do anything. I'm set up, get sharp. I just want to enjoy. But he says, restlessness is discontent. So looking at society and not being content, being discontent and saying, I'm not satisfied with what I have. I want to do more. I want to build more. I want to take more people with me. I want to hire more people. I want to impact the industry. I want to impact society. I want my name to be remembered. It's restlessness.
It's restlessness.
Only restlessness can give you that. You can't build big things and not be restless.
No, that's
so. If you look at the world, guys like Elon, people might say, this guy he's restless.
Yes.
The guy wants to do more.
He wants to do more.
Yes. So having that level of restlessness now determines whether or not you can disrupt when you build stuff. And, earlier on you said I wear a couple of hats. All of these hats that I wear, I earned them. Even being a father, right?
Even being a father and a single father,
You work for it.
You work for it,
right?
Yeah.
You somehow, right? So with that, when you talk titles, you talk author, you can't be an author without writing the book. Restlessness. Property investor, you can't be a property investor without having done property. Somebody must qualify your story and say, I was his tenant, or I was his partner, or I've done something with it. So you must earn it. Podcasting, somebody must deem you a great podcaster, which I think you work for it. It doesn't fall from the sky.
Yes, consistency, which is something that I actually love to see.
Restlessness.
Yes.
Now we're talking tech.
Yes.
Proptech. People will say, but you are disrupting the industry. I'm saying we are enabling the industry. Someone will say we're disrupting, but we're not disrupting, we're enabling. We're making it possible for all of you to participate in the property industry and make it possible for you to build portfolios and grow. Can you imagine 20 years from today, what sort of society South Africa is going to have with people literally building businesses, scaling, growing, becoming better?
That leads me to my very last question about legacy.
Right? Legacy.
What does that mean to you, and what impact would you say you'd want to leave with all of the work that you've done, with everything that you're doing? It's more than just money movement. You as a property investor, developer, you as the CEO of Adprop, and all of the other things that you do.
I just want to impact society.
Right.
And impact it the right way and add value to society. That's all I want to do. Honestly speaking, when I look at my life, I'm willing to pay the price for seeing South Africa become better, seeing Africa become better, seeing the world become better. Whatever small thing I can do to add value, I'm going to do it. If there's a book I need to write, I'm going to write it.
Are you writing another one?
Yes, there is a book I'm writing. It's called The Blueprint.
The Blueprint.
Developing a Strategic Life Plan.
The Blueprint, Developing a Strategic Life Plan. I love the title already. I'm already like...
It's going to become a bestseller.
When are you publishing? We are waiting, Mdaka. We're waiting.
Soon.
Okay.
Soon. But it's with our editors. They're busy with that, so it's gonna be ready soon. So for me, if there's work that needs to be done, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
So you must always ask. Remember when we were at Student Village?
Yes.
There was something called whatever it takes Mondays.
Takes. Yes, whatever it takes Mondays. I remember.
So it speaks to doing whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So it's asking, what is it that needs to be done? And I'm gonna do whatever it takes for it to happen. Right. So I want to do whatever it takes within the confines of the law.
Ronin would be proud to hear how that whatever it takes slogan has actually is one of the things that you live by. I love that.
Yeah, he taught us that, didn't he? Do whatever it takes.
Do whatever it takes. It's important.
Yeah. So we're gonna do. If it means sleeping at the office on the floor, I'm gonna do it. If it means shooting 100 podcasts, I'm gonna do it. If it means going across the country doing road shows, township by township, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do whatever it takes. I think that's it for me. So if there's a legacy that I want to leave in society, is the mindset of doing whatever it takes.
Wow. Witness, thank you so much. This has really been, I feel like we need to have session 2 because I still have so many other things that I want to speak to you about and ask you. But this has been really, really amazing. Thank you for your time and allowing me to be your host.
Yeah.
This has really been incredible. To the rest of the people who are out there, just a reminder that this podcast is actually the 100th one on It's More Than Just Money. This has been incredible. And this podcast is brought to you by Adprop, a property listing and management platform for you as someone who's looking to buy or rent a property, or you are a property investor with a vast portfolio. This is where you can manage your property portfolio. It's so easy. It's so awesome. And from me and Mr. Mdaka himself, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting the It's More Than Just Money podcast. Please click on that subscribe button, the notifications bell. Share this with as many people as you can. Go on to addprop.co.za, support our work, and we'll see you at the road show closer to you, wherever you are, any part of the country. We're going to reach it. Adprop is national. People mustn't think we are a Gauteng-based platform.
List your properties wherever you are. Kimberley, Cape Town, hey, wherever you are. List.
Thank you, Pabi.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Cheers. And that's a wrap.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you soon.